He's our Senior Vice President for Alliance Marketing. He can talk about limited time magic.
Hey, thanks for coming to this event. I wanted to make sure you heard from all of us how much we appreciate you coming out. I hope you had a little fun and saw some fun new things that you hadn't seen before, so thank you very much. And what can I answer for you?
Can you just talk about the concept behind the limited time?
Limited time, yes. So we know that, and we've heard this from consumers, that there are stages in every family's life that take place that people either remember or wish they would have done something to help them remember. So there's a time in your child's life when they believe in all sorts of things and they get to a certain age and they stop believing. Or there's the scarier age where the child wants to be really independent and doesn't even want to be seen with you. It's like, Dad, can you drop me off here and I'll walk 3 blocks to get to school. So what we decided to do is try to keep reminding people about those very special moments or those opportunities to create moments so that you're not looking back later and saying, I wish we would have done something. None of my kids can remember any of their vacations. Or we heard one the other day, we heard on one of the TV shows, a woman was talking about she put a scrapbook together for her 17-year-old who was going away to college. And she said, as I was looking through the photos, I suddenly realized I'm not in any of them.
Yes.
And it's like, yes. Holy cow. So what we want to try to do is keep reminding people there's these windows of opportunity to create these special moments. And, if you live in New York City, the Statue of Liberty is very close. And yet, most New Yorkers never go to Statue of Liberty because I'll get there eventually. So the whole idea around limited time magic is to create these on a kind of a weekly basis, just a little poke in the ribs. We're going to do something really fun this week only. We're going to do a little something special that you wouldn't ordinarily see on this day only. And that's the whole purpose and point around limited time magic. It's a little pixie dust around this whole idea that these windows of time are closing quickly and you don't want to miss it.
Coming up with the creative for the windows of time and what you're going to offer, did that come, the things that you're going to offer, is that coming from demographic or psychographic data that you're getting from your guests, or how are you sourcing these little bits of pixie dust that you know are going to spark something?
Yeah, it's a combination. We certainly do a lot of work to try to understand what our guests want and who they are. We get unlimited guest letters and communication, so that helps us. And then quite honestly, we've just gotten dozens of cast members together because we decided this is not something that the marketing organization should figure out.
Right.
We should get our cast members who are in the park.
Great idea.
They're the ones who talk to guests absolutely every day.
Great.
And say to them, what are the things that you see every day?
Cool.
That if we turned it on its head, or if we just did some little tweak to it, would be so fun and so engaging that consumers would just love it. And so we had groups together to help us get to these ideas, and we finally, frankly, we could probably do this for 2 or 3 years. We've got lots and lots of ideas. Some are really big, like Meg talked about. Some of them are just little subtle ideas. I mean, whoever thought you would hear the Dapper Dan singing an NSYNC song?
Yeah, that's great.
It's just unusual, unexpected, very fun, very good.
You've had some pretty successful programs in the past several years with Year of a Million Dreams and the birthday promotion. Did any of those concepts kind of seep into this promotion, or is this something completely different?
Yeah, I mean, we're not even thinking about this so much as a promotion as it is. It's a little reminder of our overarching theme, which again is time passes quickly. There's a limited amount of time to do these things that you'll look back on and hopefully have memories about them. Some of them will be in our park. Most of them won't be, frankly. Most people don't live in our parks like we do. But it's all, again, it's just meant as a little reminder. So there's not a giveaway, we're simply trying to remind people you've got an opportunity and we're just poking you a little to remember it from time to time.
Where is this going to be? Is it just going to be at Walt Disney World, or is it going to be all the parks across the world?
It'll be in Florida, at all of our parks here in Florida, and at Disneyland in California, so the Disneyland Park and California Adventure. You'll see it also in the resorts, but it's a U.S. program.
What about the cruise line?
Cruise line is doing its own thing.
Okay.
And resorts, can you give an example of what it might look like at the resorts? Because I know you've talked a lot about the parks, but what will you be doing there?
I could tell you, but then I would get fired.
Yes.
We have a couple of very fun ideas for the resorts around the pools and around some entertainment that you might not normally see around the pools. That's all I can tell you, or they'll cart me out of here.
What's the first one coming up?
We haven't announced the first one yet, so I'm not going to tell you.
So the first announced one is Valentine's?
Yes, it is. But we'll be announcing the first one a couple days before January 1.
So you'll give everybody a heads up of what's coming so they can kind of target what they're doing?
A little of both.
Okay.
So some of the bigger ones we'll announce ahead of time because we know that that if it's Valentine's and you can make a decision either to come to one of our parks or you can kind of stay home. If you knew there was a big thing going on about Valentine's, you'd probably be mad at us for not telling you. The boy bands, maybe not so much of a, that's more of a, you won't throw yourself off a bridge if you miss that one. So, and by the way, there are going to be a few that we don't even announce because we think it could be fun to just let our guests find that special little thing and kind of almost turn it into a little bit of a game and then let them post on their own blogs or their own Facebook page. Hey, I think the limited time magic at Disneyland this week is whatever they think it is, and then we may comment about whether it's right or not. And I have the notion that people are going to post a whole variety of things because there's so much to do. You probably haven't seen it all anyway, so that'll be
They
some
happen
fun.
at both Disney World and Disneyland at the same time, in other words, or will there be exclusive events to each resort?
It'll be both. So there will be occasions. So the Golden Horseshoe Review at Disneyland is going to be brought back, and it'll actually be brought back for a month. We don't have that here. We won't do it here. We'll do some other things during that period of time. On the other hand, there will be other things. So when we do long lost characters, so these are characters that you typically don't see in the park. We're going to do that at the same time at both Land and World. By the way, the other thing that we think we want to do, because we really do want to get guest engagement in this, we think we're going to post a few characters who you don't see all the time. So maybe it's Flick, maybe it's Clarabelle the cow, some of those, maybe a list of 20, and just ask people, who would you like to see? Who are these long lost characters? Just kind of crowdsourcing.
Stuff like that.
Exactly.
So that would be great.
Exactly.
Great. Awesome.
And how long is the limited time?
The limited time magic will run the calendar year of 2013. So every week we'll announce something new or something new will happen. Most of them will happen for a week. A few of them will go longer. A couple of them will go for just a day.
Thank you.